Fastest, shortest video in the world. If you see behind me, there's a picture of green. Well, that's the farm I used to work on. Most of everything is still standing and the bush is still there. The bush is still there. Things that I've been hearing lately, pepper, P-E-P-P-E-R. P and P, like in Mississippi. P and P stand for 48, stand for space. Mississippi, S and S, it's Halloween, okay? It's the second to last or the last day before you reach April 1st, where they call it La Journée de Poisson, which means the day of the fish. The other word is hungry. I'm hungry. Hungry and the word tea. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Everybody's got a hungry heart. The question is, my family's from Poland, from Hungary, from Russia, and all from out there. Where we are now is only a couple of 100 years old. It's all from out there. Okay? So whatever they're doing, they're going to be doing out there. If you want to remember the appendix to everything, the end of appendix says 10. Means somehow, what is the appendix for? Because somehow it's the reuniting of your own mind. Of your Venus, your hips, okay, and your mind. 8 and 2, 10. That's what it makes. And the 2 that brought you into life is 12. Plus the 1 sperm with the egg is 13. And by you just being here, automatically your 10 more is 23, because that's your creation. If you want to really standardize it, 10 and 13, why don't we just use the love of Michael Jordan, because that's how the numbers come. Another thing, like I said in my last video, if you look up the word Ford for Ford Automotive, okay, you'll see the Roadrunner inside the F. Inside the F, it'll also say the fairy. The fairy godmother is the design, and it'll show you an E inside the F. The other thing everybody keeps forgetting about is 0. 0 equals the letter count of 54. I did not do it in anything other than the regular numerology. I did not go in Pythagorean, the python snake. I didn't go in Chandelian, numerology, Kabbalah. I'm going to jump into all of these, but the last one I want to tell you is there used to be a program called Charmed on TV. Also Lucky Charms. Not only that, has anybody received a page lately? Paging, pagan? Paging, pagan. Every time you get paged, it reminds your brain about pagan, about the ill-due respect for all humanity. The word 7 is 756. 6, 6, and 6. Why? 5 connects to 6. 7 has the moon, and it connects to the 6. Go look at the 7 and the 6 card. Go look at the 5 and the 9 card, because the 5 is inside the 9. And inside the 9 card, which is inside the 5 card, and the 6 and the 7, is the 4 card. The 4 is in every card from 5 all the way up to 9. So removing the 4 card in itself and beginning at 5, okay, which would make the 4 would be in the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 and the 9. 5 times the 4 exists. 5 times 4 is 20. Plus the 4 itself in its own card as a representation of who it is makes 24, which is the cat. But the first time the 4 is represented without the moons is in the 6 card, which is 4 and 6. 4 times 6 is 24, the letter X. The letter X represents the cat. 4 plus 6 equals 10, which is X. In Roman numerals, it's X in 2 languages and represents 1. O-N-N-E, because 10 Roman numerals is 4 plus 6, and 4 times 6 is 24 plus 10 equals 34. 3 and 4 is 7 and represents 19, 1 and 9. The only times 1 and 9 represent each other is in the pool table. They come together as A and I. A and I is 1 and 9, recreating the J. The A comes together again as the 6. Once the I is born, 6 reconnects the 5. Because 5 and 9 are the same, take out the 5 from the 9 and enter it into the 6 card, making you 5 and 6, 11. 5 by 6 is 30, is your creation. The one with the 6 card is the one spirit of the gas up your rear end, bringing you the light. Your 6 lights up 4 and 4. Why? Because the 2 Mars moons, which reconnects to the Earth moon, brings the spirit into the life of soul. The soul, would you say it's 9? The 6 within spirit, the 9 from the birth. When you come out from the hole of the birth, ding dong onto the 7th gate. There's a little button there. and it rings you in. Oh, there's something coming open. When the seventh gate splits open the head, the whole round of your head touches the noggin. The nose touches the seventh gate. As the opening separates, it tells you it's coming into life when it leaves the female. She notices. I don't really want to be a female, but I'd like to know as I'm coming out, what do you feel when as the rest of the body just slides out? What do you feel? There must be something different, maybe an emptiness, maybe some sort of sadness, because you were full before. Now you spread open and now you're empty. I feel sad just talking about it. Oh, I feel so bad, man. I'm so happy I'm not a woman, but now I'm a little sad because I sort of think I know that I feel what they feel, and I don't feel so good feeling that feeling, and they need that child so close to them. You know, it's so different being a man compared to being a woman. Oh, my God. So now we have 0, okay? So what do we do with 0? 9 times 6 equals 54. Where do we get 42? Well, the minute you come into life, the 5 energy equals 42. Your 5 energy, number 42, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, 42, because you've come into the electronic life of spirit out of the 7th gate of the 9 birth, which is actually one of the 8 heavens. Because if you ever take a look at a woman, she's got 2 breasts, okay? And I'm assuming the 2 breasts is the letter D. As the letter B, but the belly of the demon that comes out, demon, Demos, the 2 moons of Mars, Phobia and Demos, P, the one spirit of light, D, the D angel, the angle of the mind that comes into this world to think, the 4 world, the spirit and the soul into one area, into one brain, switching on each sides of the electronic world. The nose, my friends. Don't forget about the nose. And the horses says neigh. They also eat hay, and that fires up the light. You ever see what color their rear end comes out when they go? And they can go on the run. You ever hear that song, Go on the Run? Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. The butterfly and the heart. You see the way you put them inside each other? See what it looks like? It brings life. It fills the gap into life. I'm not really sure which side it goes on. Do you understand why V and V? Something to do with Mars and the moons. We are definitely connected to Mars and moons. It's an electronic world. The one thing I did want to mention right now is that in Montreal, in our city, they're going to have this coming weekend, they're going to have a run of all-night movies. And the movies are going to be Logan's Run, when everybody was stamped with an age, at the age of 30 or 33, everybody had to be killed. Okay? Battleship Galactica, the original, Planet of the Apes, and the singing group was 9 Inch Nails. What do you think? You think Jesus isn't included in that? You see 37, 128? 128 is the spirit inside the house of man. 26 becomes the house of man inside the pound. And the pound would now relate that the pound is the house we're in, okay? 13 and 13, 26, but it's not 13 and 13. You can't make it 13 and 13. Well, you could make it 13 and 13, but it has to be 15 and 13, because you can't have it in the middle, because the heart's not in the middle. Heart's on one side. 15 and 13, the cross goes in the center. The heart goes on one side, reconnecting the second side, and I've said enough. Thank you very much, Raphael 7286. And the constellation of Pegasus, and I just want to say thank you to all of those who watch my videos. I want to thank all of those who don't understand my videos and for still watching my videos. And if you have any questions, please, you're definitely, don't say I feel stupid, because if there's anybody that feels stupid out of anybody out here, it would be practically me. Because I started out from nothing. I'm still not quite sure where I am, but I'm still going. And I ain't stopping, because I know there's truth inside the reality of numbers. 0 equals 54. 0 plus what? 09? Let's do 09, because on the calculator here, 0 and 9 both have the brackets. 9 equals 42. 0 equals 54. 54 and 42, 96. 9 lives of the cat inside the pound key. On number 3, the creation of what? The creation of a whole? That's right, the spirit with the one line. The spirit with the one line 2, 5, and 8. If it had 2 lines, right, it would say 3, 6, and 9 on one side, 1, 4, and 7 on the other side, and the void would be man's cross on the inside of the dollar sign with the twin lines. If we're talking about the lira, we're talking about the Federation cross in the regular numbers, or in Lo Shu, we would actually be talking about 3, 5, and 7. 3, 5, and 7, where can we get 3, 5, and 7? 3 times 57 is 171. That's the Tea Party. Now, I had this all matched out before 357. In fact, 3 by 19 equals 57. Then 3 by 57 equals 171. 7 times 1, 7 plus 1 is 8, and 7 equals 15. Man comes out of the egg. 15. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals 11. Makes it that man is the spirit angel. Of the egg he comes out, he's the spirit angel. He's the soul life. But we ain't even here, my friends. We're not here. Because when you die, the body dies. You relinquish, your bowel system empties out because you don't have that tension anymore. And we just stop promoting our spirit inside the body, and we retain the life from where we were. We awaken because we release the tension of the life we're in. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus in the year 5774, completing the year of 5775, which says Spirit of Time and the Christ, which is the halo inside of man that flows with the energy and brings it upon. How did we come into this world? We said, yes, God, we would like the Santa Claus. Okay, for the Santa Claus, you must represent yourself inside the placenta to arrive yourself here on earth. Thank you for the voyage. Thank you for coming. Have a nice life. Chow mein. Goodbye.